Ooga fucking ooga cunts. Welcome to Cunt Stream Beta. I'm your co-host tonight, Malcolm from the North. We have Schmeckel in the room, but he is sick, so he is on producer duties tonight. We have Dolphin Radio here with us tonight. And we have our guest, Big Fat Brian.
What's going on, guys?
Hey. Yeah, so let's kind of dive into this this whole monkey thing with H&M. Like, what do you guys think of that? Like, do you think people are just going into like outrage mode for the sake of outrage mode? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
You mean you saying ooga fucking ooga?
Well, there's that too. Yeah.
That's like,
I don't know. Maybe I should get myself one of those shirts.
Well, maybe you could enlighten me a little bit. What exactly is going on with the situation?
Okay. Well, H&M, I think it was their UK ad, had like a little black child in a shirt that says "I'm the best monkey in the jungle" in their ad catalog.
Oh, that's great.
So people were like, "Oh, come on, you can't do that. You can't do that." It was actually fucking hilarious just seeing people get super pissed off.
So we've got a what was that called? The NVIDIA white skin style ad going on. Is the situation here?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I think about that? I think it's great when you see anything like that, because who cares if they were being a little racist? They just triggered a shitload of people. It's beautiful. And the best part about it is that they're getting free advertisement. All the articles that are being written about it, and everyone talking about it. Oh, we should boycott this. Boycotting will work for maybe like a week.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they're gonna have record sales.
Exactly. It's just like what was that store, H&M? You just forget why you hated the place, but you just go in and you get yourself a deal at like a summer sale or some shit. Like it was pretty interesting to see, because the model's mother was actually like, "Get over it, people. Relax." That was one of like 200 pictures. Calm down. Shut the hell up. So like when the kid's mom is like, "Relax."
What was that? Do you guys remember the situation that they had with Chick-fil-A? Where
which one was that?
That was like, I want to say it was like 2012 almost. We got a dolphin there that's making some weird noises. Anyway, so the Chick-fil-A was being accused of being racist. I forget exactly why, but now I see Chick-fil-A everywhere, because immediately after that, people from the South were like, "Yeah, let's get Chick-fil-A just because it's fucking hilarious," And they're doing great. Same with Jimmy John's. Remember when he shot that tiger, and everyone got all triggered? And now there's a Jimmy John's like a block away from my house.
Oh, Jesus. Of course.
They popped up everywhere all of a sudden.
And that's how that shit goes. So Schmeckel is presenting, he was presenting a shirt that's the coolest junkie in the trailer park.
Oh,
man. That's great. That's fucking hilarious. Get you those shirts, guys. Let's jump right into the Sargon thing. Did you catch any of what's been going on with him recently?
I did. The Liberalist movement, eh?
Yeah.
What I think about it, I think that as far as the movement goes, if he's actually trying to change laws and stuff, he has a huge following, so it's not like it's a moot point. But when it does come to like how cringy it is.
Yeah, like here's the thing, like it doesn't even seem like this is a fully formed, like with like bullet points political movement yet. It seems like it's in its infancy, so we got to grant it that. But I wouldn't even think of like saying, here's this movement we're gonna we're going to create. What's it really about? Well, we're going to take back the word liberal, and we're going to say fuck it to SJWs, and we'll figure out the rest later. You know what I mean? It just seems paper thin.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was until they had that live stream. Did you see the whole live stream that they just did?
I didn't see that one, no.
They did a live stream to talk about like the principles of God, it's so cringy to say it. The principles of the Liberalists
Hmm.
and their core tenets. And I was actually watching that before I got on here. It seems like they are essentially advocating for sort of the idea of what our Constitution is here in America, you know?
Okay.
But with a couple of tweaks here and there to give more freedoms to the individual rather than, you know,
Rather than like big groups of mobs.
exactly. You wouldn't have the same problems you do with like large corporations or churches or anything like we do in America.
Okay. I'd have to watch that stream because that sounds a bit more interesting now that they actually have a bit of a like a backbone to it. But I just wonder how effective, like, because like yeah, Sargon has a big following, but I just wonder how effective like a YouTuber in like today's media is going to fare in politics, even
Yeah.
from like a political standpoint, like in terms of like an activist movement.
See, here's the thing, and I don't want to speak for somebody else, but maybe in England it's a little different for politicians, but here in America, you really have to have like clout, and I don't just mean like be famous. Although our president's not a great example of that, but to even become like a senator or something, you sort of have to know trade union leaders and a couple of other things. Usually regarding the state you're trying to govern. And also, if we're being honest, there's a level of corruption to it, right?
Hmm.
So you have to also know those people that are corrupt and what they're going to want to get away with in order to get their vote.
Yeah, that seems to be about right. Like I'm up here in Canada, and the politics up here work a bit differently, but we have this like we have a bit of a similar situation going on with like stuff with free speech and like I guess attacks on individual thought when the law's interpreted certain ways. Like so I get what Sargon is going at with that perspective of trying to like give people who are individuals the freedoms to like actually say what they want, because I know that's something he's been stressing, the free speech angle of it.
Yeah. I wouldn't, I definitely am not necessarily in that boat with what's going on. Maybe if it evolves into something better and I don't know. It's there's a lot of cringe there. Like,
Okay, I'll have to watch the stream because like it did sound so like
he
so.
made. Go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
He did make fun of ANCAPs, which that's their rightful place, is being shamed into a corner because they don't have any roads to get out of that corner anyway. But also there was a stream the other night with him and Mr. Medicare where they got into a fight over individualism and collectivism.
Yeah, it was that was quite an interesting stream. I saw that one. It was like half of it was an argument about semantics, and
Yes.
the other half was like them kind of picking at each other. Like when Sargon was going at Jim, it was like you're a coward because you could have led a movement, but you chose not to. It's like it was Gamergate, man. Who wants to lead that?
Yeah, that was so. I'm like, are you saying he's your Batman and he didn't do what you wanted him to? Like,
oh man,
oh god,
that was just awful. And how he was saying that, like, well, like if no one else is going to do it, why not me? People are telling me I should do it. It's like, that doesn't mean you have to, man. Jesus Christ. It just seems
Yeah,
so kind of like, I don't know. It was kind of ego stroking.
it is, and I think that you know, obviously the way he's going about it is to try and be as humble as possible. But at the same time, it's very, very transparent when you look at it. You're like, nobody really elected you a leader, except, I mean, you could say that the amount of followers he has is his election to leadership. But
yeah, man.
yeah, just taking that as
then let's have Philip DeFranco run for senator of California. You know what I mean?
Fuck that. Fuck Philip DeFranco.
Oh man. It's just, I don't know. Man, this just seems to be such an interesting thing to see an internet movement get pushed again. Because the last time I kind of, before Gamergate, the last time I kind of saw this shit was Atheism Plus. What a train wreck that became.
Yeah, well, I mean, you might even be like, we could reference something even more recent than that. What was that movement? Justice Democrats?
Oh, right. Yes.
Dude,
yes.
that ended up in the shitter. Like, it got so progressive that Cenk Uygur got kicked out. How do you get what?
Oh man, and they usually protect that guy from like a lot of his other shit.
Right?
Like that stuff was all just out there in the open. There's the Armenian genocide denial shit. There's shit he says on that show on the regular that you just can't say is like at far left kind of camp, but
yeah.
He just was not, and like that was a movement he just kind of latched onto because he still got his Wolfpack movement.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So I don't know.
Well, and didn't Kyle Kalinske leave that as well?
I haven't heard much about him with Justice Democrats at all. Actually, I know that he like joined it up. How's it going, Politipod? Welcome, welcome.
What's up, big guy?
Not too much.
Where am I at?
Oh, there you are.
Where am I at? I don't know where I'm at.
You on the Cunt stream beta, fam?
Politipod, you're not using the avatar I drew for you.
One more time, my bad. Sorry, I couldn't hear.
I said, Politipod, you're not using the avatar I drew for you. I worked.
No, not yet. No,
I worked so hard on that for you, man.
I understand, dude. I'm sorry.
I drew him an avatar in MS Paint.
You're definitely gonna have to put that on at least once, man.
Oh God.
Oh, it was a beautiful painting.
Well, thank you. I pride myself on my artistic talent.
I especially like the dick for a hand.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was pretty good.
It was a very brilliant touch by the magnificent artist known as Fat Brian.
Yeah. Did you see? I put nutsacks as your ears.
Oh, I did not see that. No.
Yeah. No, those weren't dog ears.
You just can't see sometimes.
Yeah. It's just. I mean, I didn't draw hair on them.
What am I doing here, guys? For real.
I don't know. You just kind of showed up.
Yeah, I got invited by Smegma. Are we live right now, by the way?
We are live. Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, geez. I got to be entertaining. I was over here doing my dishes. Now I got to be entertaining.
Well, right now we're kind of getting into this whole the Justice Democrats thing.
What about the Justice Democrats?
Well, I think it was probably we're actually really talking about the Liberalist thing, but I was talking about the movement Justice Democrats to
guys, it's okay. We can all be individuals and fucking group collective. Doesn't make any sense. It makes literally no sense. Oh, that's fine, guys. I'm gonna be a collectivist, but also be an individualist at the same time.
Well, but that's never mind. I'm not even gonna bother. It's semantics. That's all it is. But what I was talking about was the fact that it's sort of already been done before. I mean, even like this year, or last year, technically, which was Justice Democrats. And that's already so progressive, they kicked out Cenk Uygur and Kyle Kalinske.
I don't I didn't follow the Justice Democrats movement because I was not interested in it as much. But I can tell you this: the whole liberalist movement, from what I've seen, it's just people who call themselves classical liberals, who are basically just like a little bit more right leaning than the people we go against, the SJWs and all that. They're
Yeah.
just a little bit more right than them, and they have economic freedoms, and they're basically just calling themselves like a whole new movement. That's what I've gathered from it, at least. Someone could tell me I'm wrong, but from what I've seen of and listened to V talk about it and all these other things, I haven't seen much to tell me otherwise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yes, we
Unfortunately.
can.
Am I coming through? Oh, fuck you.
Good morning.
Hello, Opal.
Opal.
What's going on, Opal?
I can hear you. Son of a bitch.
So I saw you did another grilled cheese sandwich, Opal.
Yeah.
How did you mess up a grilled cheese sandwich after I made a video teaching you how to make a grilled cheese sandwich?
Oh, because I overdid it on the butter, and I overdid it on the cheese, and I overdid it on. I burnt it a little bit.
Did
Yeah, I
you
think-
not give her exact
What
measurements?
she's saying is she did not follow any of your tips. Did not watch the video.
I was gonna say I think the overdoing it part that was in the burning section of that whole recipe.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Also, you're not supposed to put bread in the freezer.
You used frozen bread?
I
Come
try to
on,
save.
Opal.
I try to save money where I can, so I put the bread in the freezer. But I guess I didn't thaw it enough, so it's still pretty soggy.
Oh yeah.
And then I burnt it.
Thrax, that is the dolphin in the background making the vibrating noises. Which is ironic because I'm sure there's a dildo called a dolphin out there.
Yeah, probably.
More than likely.
Dolphin, I accidentally bought vegan chicken tender, meatless vegan chicken tender thingies. They were edible.
Don't call them chicken tenders if they're not.
Well, it had chicken tenders on the label, and then I flipped it over. It said meatless vegan.
Opal, we have a question from the chat, and this is from DigiCooled2. It says, "Is Opal a tard?"
I don't know. I have never been tested, so I am either really tard or not a tard. I've never been tested, and I refuse to be tested.
Wow, you took that question pretty well.
She's pleading the fifth. goddammit.
I have special ed teachers in my family that treated me really nicely.
Oh God, we're actually Jesus. Okay, I guess we can't make fun of Opal anymore. We might accidentally be making fun of a real tard on the live stream.
No, that means you target her more. That's what that means.
It's okay.
means you
I
have a
don't
real
cry
target.
when I get insulted.
That's a lie.
I know.
I've heard it. We insulted your cookie once.
Plus, Opal's not a tard. We all know you're not a tard, Opal. You're gonna be
You're
on
a
my
retard.
Look, that's what happens when you put dough in the freezer, man.
Beta? Is this country beta now? Is this what this is?
Well, it doesn't get bad as fast if you put it in the freezer.
What?
I mean, it's soggy, but you just cook it.
She's talking about her titty milk.
Yeah.
Opal, how do you fuck up grocery shopping? Vegan is in a separate freezer. I don't know. I thought it was like a healthy kind of chicken.
Is it Morningstar
You know what's
chicken?
really healthy? You know what's really healthy chicken? Whenever you don't cook it at all.
Yeah, when it's bloody in the
Especially
center.
especially for children.
Yeah, when it's pink,
It's real great.
When
you
it's
get this great energy booster called salmonella.
Or trichinosis.
Oh, that's my favorite one. I love chicken.
Yeah. Well, a little bit of the tapeworm there. It helps you lose weight. No big deal.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I don't know. It was pretty good. The baby, I couldn't trick him though. He had like 2 or 3 bites. He's like, "No, I'm done."
I love rare chicken. It's just the best. That's the way I order it.
My kid's fine. The chat's praying for my child. My child's fine.
We got a super chat here from American Phoenix, $5. Thank you. Opal, keep talking to describing food makes me lose my appetite, and hearing your adorable voice makes me want to work out to impress you.
Oh, okay, that's
Oh,
awesome.
dang.
I'm a motivator.
Ooh.
I made beef roast.
And how'd they turn out?
It was a little dry, maybe, but it was really good. It was really yummy in a sandwich. And in tortillas.
Right on. Do you have pictures of this?
Yeah, I
Oh,
posted
please.
it on Twitter.
Please bring your pictures.
It's on Twitter. Opal, how? I'm autist, and you still managed to outdo me. How? What? Opal, mix orange juice with milk. Opal, how old is your sister?
Oh, yikes.
Apparently an autist is more functional than I am.
Well, some of them are high functioning.
Benny Hanna in the chat is asking telling Big Fat Brian here that he's got a video for you, apparently.
What is your video idea here, Benihana?
Probably yelling at me more. That seems to be popular.
Well, look, Opal, I'm going to have you on a live stream, and we'll split the super chats. That way it's worth your time to get yelled at.
Okay.
Fair enough?
It's fine. I'm into abuse. If I get paid for it, that's
Look,
even better.
BDSM is some people's fetish.
Opal mix vodka in the milk of your baby. It works. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, it's Darno. Just ignore him.
Okay.
That's awesome. I like to be
Guys,
able
I
to
think I
share
get
with you. You're cool.
stable enough connection. I'm gonna cut out. Have a nice night. Peace.
Take care,
Bye,
Dolphin.
Aw.
Thug life, Dolphin.
Thug life.
Right wing BDSM.
What's up?
It is indeed. Haha.
Old Dolphin's just heading out.
You guys say Einsatzgruppen?
What's that?
BDSM is a good fetish.
So did you guys say Einsatzgruppen?
No.
That's my favorite talking point.
What is that? It feels like a term I should know.
Einsatzgruppen?
Mm.
It's a Nazi term. Some guys that came in behind the Wehrmacht and killed everybody in Eastern Europe.
Interesting. The more you know.
So that's your little
Indeed.
history. Yeah, exactly. Don't tell me that you never learned anything on the country.
Yeah, you've just expanded our minds. Because you know the way.
Because you know the way. Oh my god.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to ruin a stream by memeing it out.
Like every time that meme pops up, I think like this has got to be the last day that we're accepting this, and then a freaking Kotaku article pops up and goes like, "We want to ban Ugandan Knuckles from VR chat." Like, well,
But do you know the way? Do you know the way, Malcolm?
And so it
Malcolm,
begins.
do you know the way?
I know the way. I know the way to the
Tell
queen.
me. Do you know the way?
I know the way.
Do you know the queen?
All right. Enough of that. I have seen
Change is
that.
coming.
Like all the streams, everyone's doing it. Phil,
The queen is coming.
bastard. Oh my god.
Opal is the queen.
Oh
The
god.
chat.
Opal, you
I
are the
could
queen.
I could not run a society, guys. I could barely run a kitchen.
Seems legit. I mean, I'm sure you'll be fine at running a society. Don't worry about it. You know, I
So
heard
many people would die.
I heard that the Liberalist
Queen,
movement
you know
needs
the way.
leaders.
But you know the way, queen.
I
You
don't
must
know.
know the way.
Tell me,
I know where to go.
Tell me, Opal, how much of a collective individualist are you?
God.
Jesus
Wait.
Christ.
How can you be
Oh,
a
God.
collective and an individual?
Oh God,
Yes.
we're gonna implode her mind.
Yes. I don't know. Ask Vero. He should tell you.
Psychotic Cognition 100 donated $2 through Super Chat. Okay, Opal, how do you like Fresh Prince?
Why?
Oh God. It is pretty good.
How much have you watched?
She's never
Hey
seen it.
guys,
A couple random
guys,
episodes.
do you guys know how you find Will Smith in the snow?
How do you find Will
You
Smith
look
in
for
this?
Fresh Prince.
Oh God.
Oh, okay, fair enough. We're going
Fresh
with dad
Prince.
jokes.
That was such an innocent joke. Oh
That's
my
the end
God,
of the
that's
stream,
Yeah.
guys. We're leaving.
That is the most innocent joke that's ever been on the stream. Oh my god.
Who was on here earlier? Is this like the start of the stream or the tail end?
Oh, we started about half an hour ago.
Yeah,
I was just invited,
Oh
so
boy, we got a strong start here.
we do. We have a great
I
start.
could feel it in my
Where
bones.
is Schmeckel, by the way?
Schmeckel is sick, so
Probably
he's playing
dead,
like.
to be honest.
What?
Yeah, he's sick, so he's just doing producer duties tonight, running things in the background.
Fair enough.
Because he knows the way.
He does know their way.
he's probably smoking
knows the way.
weed and getting drunk.
That dirty Schmeckel.
Doing
Always
things
smoking the
adults
weed.
do. I don't know.
Did you just say dirty Smegma?
I said Schmeckel, like a dirty dick.
Yeah.
Jesus
Dirty
Christ.
Smegma.
I don't. What?
So maybe
Wait,
you.
Can you?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, can you guys explain the smegma thingy to me?
Oh fuck.
Did she say something? I can't hear.
This is like your kid walking up to you and asking for the talk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is this something I'm gonna have to worry
She's learned how to
about?
talk baby from her son, and now she's taking over the world.
Oh my
This is what's
god.
happening. This is today.
Is-
This is what happens in the future. The baby talk takes over.
No, he gets really mad if I talk to him like a baby.
Okay.
Ching chong bing bong.
He's actually I went goo goo gaga and he slapped me in the face.
So Politipod, would you like to take the lead on the Smegma topic here?
No. You just have to tell me if it's something I have to worry about.
What?
Yes, you should definitely worry about Smegma.
Okay, I think I can figure out the
Smegma's
context
a
clues.
hell of a drug.
Hell of
You
a
know what
drug.
Smegma is?
Look, this is the cunt stream. We have to go into
Hell of a
ultimate
drug.
detail on
It's
this.
like I don't
So here's what happens. So right, you know how like you get. Well, you probably don't.
I
You
don't
have a dick,
know.
But
Okay, so do you
but
know
how
like
like there's like some dude. So you ever seen a dude that looks like his penis has a condom like pre-built on it?
No.
It's called an uncircumcised
Oh,
dick.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. I've
So-
seen that.
Basically, what happens, right, is that if the guy's he's a nasty motherfucker or he's poor, he doesn't clean his dick right. He's like that little bit of space up there at the top. It gets encrusted with like this crusty like white yellowish substance, right?
Why is it white?
And basically you got you know.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit of oil and skin, and we'll just call it dick batter. How about that?
And cummy.
Yeah.
Oh god,
It's
no.
cummy. And then
I guess you
it
can
like
have.
sticks, right?
So
So it like gets stuck together, right? So you have to like peel it off like a banana.
Ugh.
Peel it off a little bit.
Oh
And
god.
then, once you peel it off like a banana, right? You
do I take
you
you
have
to
to
the
wash it
emergency room for
with like
that?
soap.
Only if it's stuck.
No, sometimes you do. Sometimes it just sometimes it closes it shut and then
Oh
you
my
can't
god.
pee
Oh my god.
Oh.
and then you die.
Yeah, that's true. You die
Okay.
from Smegma.
So like what?
But if you're circumcised, you don't have to deal with it. So fuck all of you because I'm circumcised.
Exactly.
Well, well, I didn't know you could die from that. I thought like it was just.
Oh,
a
you can die
little-
from a lot of things. You can die
Yeah.
from a lot of things in this
So
world.
like how
Did
women
you know you can die from diarrhea, Opal?
Yeah, women can die from putting a tampon in them for too long. Is it like a toxic shock syndrome kind of thing?
Why are you asking us?
Toxic Smegma
We're a
syndrome?
bunch of men.
Yeah, toxic smegma shock syndrome. Is that like a thing?
Sure, why not? That's a thing.
Okay, I didn't know it was dangerous though. I thought like I don't know. I thought it was just like belly button lint. And it just fell off. I didn't know it could be dangerous. Oh my
You
god.
see that, Politipod? I Am Cancer just called you a Jew.
Oh, oof.
Apparently,
You're gonna have to explain that to my German ancestors. there,
apparently,
guy.
right-wing BDSM guy supports baby genital mutilation. Sometimes you have to go to the ER. Then I have to peel it off. Toxic shock. Toxic. Okay, the chat's making fun of me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Well,
I don't know.
You can also die from drinking too much water.
This is true.
Yeah, you could drown. It's called drowning.
What? No.
No.
No, it's
I'm
not.
talking- It's called water intoxication.
Yep.
Or drowning.
No, it's not drowning. Your kidneys actually shut down. It's not drowning.
You
Yeah.
could drown your
Technically, she's
kidneys.
correct.
I'm technically correct. I tried to be a nurse.
Oh God. Oh God, I can't imagine that having you anywhere near needles or like scalpels or anything.
Well, she is.
Is
she
that
is
the
technically
technical term?
correct because the if you don't use the bathroom, right, your kidneys will like swell up and then they'll like basically drown themselves. She's kind of right
I'm not wrong.
because that's what you really die from. It's from the basically like your bladder like implodes.
Now the chat's laughing at me. She tried to be a nurse. I
Currently
tried.
feeding dark in the chat is a nurse.
I know. I didn't like it. It was so sad. There were so many sad things, and people were bleeding, and people kept throwing pee at me.
Okay. Well,
It sounds like a fucking party at the Playboy Mansion.
yeah, right. Like
Everybody's sad. There was blood. Piss was thrown.
It's very.
Did you go to a
depressing.
fetish party?
I'm very sensitive.
I just like the last comment there. Gas this stream.
Guess.
Just gas it.
Opal
It's
can't even
over.
cook a salmon. She's not getting near me with the needle. It wasn't salmon. It was tuna. Tuna's supposed to be a little pink.
Wait. What?
I made tuna steaks.
Oh, like ahi tuna?
I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Okay, yes. Yeah, that's actually, yeah.
It was really delicious.
So what we were on the topic of the liberalists, I believe.
Yes, those individual collectivists. Those guys.
Those individual collectivists. What do you think about that whole thing, Opal?
That sounds like a hive mind. Are you sure they're not like parasites or something? We are the individual collectives. Join us.
Well, the way that humans actually occupy a region is sort of like a bacteria would.
Humans are parasites upon the earth. There should be less humans. Stop reproducing.
You could technically call us that.
Yeah, you could. I mean, shit. China tried with the one-child policy. India's about to have more people than China within like 10 years.
Oh yeah, they have like 22 children each there, though.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, guys, enough. Enough. Fuck. There's too many people on the planet. God damn.
I forgot I was muted. 1 to 2 kids per family. That's it. You don't need an army. Even Amish people don't have that many kids.
What?
You think they would though, like 6 kids to like help with the carpentry, keep the family
Right.
business going.
They actually have a necessity. just start adopting kids. There's so many kids in foster homes, and if you want to biologically your kid, 1 to 2, 1 to replace you and 1 to replace your spouse. That's it.
Well, but that doesn't technically follow with the selfish gene, though. What if you want your dynasty to grow across
dynasty?
America?
Oh,
What
let's spray that
dynasty?
seed. Spray that seed.
What
Yeah.
Nobody is gonna be the next Genghis Khan. That's it. Nobody is gonna have their seed spread.
Are you
We're all
sure
just
about
gonna
that?
be
Flavor
mutts.
Flav has like 40 kids.
Okay,
Yeah, there's a lot of rappers with like 10 plus kids.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
But I'm pretty sure those weren't planned.
That's
Genghis
kind of
Khan
the
probably
point.
planned them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Genghis Khan probably planned out a lot of these kids.
Nah, you know what? You know what I
No.
think it is. I think Genghis Khan wasn't rolling around with a pack of Trojans back then.
Yeah,
I
right?
must spread my seed.
Didn't
and
have any
rape.
lambskins on him.
Yeah.
Come here, concubine. Rape.
Jesus.
I don't know how Genghis Khan talked. But yeah, we're all just going to be mixed together anyways. Your dynasty doesn't matter. Just stop overpopulating because I need a parking space when I take my kid to school.
Well, I mean, that's not technically true. There is an end to a genetic lineage that you can actually have that. It's like essentially in evolution, that would be a group of failed genetics, or somebody who didn't evolve to be the most advantageous for a region and or social group.
Oh, that's
Sort of like
true.
those ladies that have like 50 cats, they never have any kids. They're not spreading any genetics, so they're not actually succeeding at evolution.
No, but they are proving capitalism right for all those cat food companies.
That's true.
Make a fucking fat mint off them.
And they're farming toxoplasmosis.
Oh God, that disease.
Yeah,
That's another one. Sorry, go ahead.
If you don't want any more kids, I'll put it in the butt. Opal, you're a teenage mom. Stop talking. Opal, you have a kid. Okay, so I'm sounding like a hypocrite.
Don't worry, we're all human here.
In the chat. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's necessary for people to have 12 kids anymore.
That is true, honestly, in like public when you're trying to harangue like 6 of them. It's like, I just want to walk around you to get some groceries. I didn't want to fight the army of toddlers today. All right?
Yeah.
I just want some fucking cookies.
Octomom is on government assistance and everything, and she's still trying to be on TV. Well, the more kids you have, the less you have to worry about housework. Huh? What the fuck?
Is Octomom the same woman as John and Kate plus 8?
No, that's a different woman.
Oh,
You
okay.
realize how it was a trend because of John and Kate plus 8. So a lot of women were trying to be like the next Octomom or whatever. And then they get on government assistance because Octomom is like a single mom with like 12 kids because she had a pair of 4 kids and then 8 kids and then
You're
twins.
not really making a great argument for government assisting people.
I know. I know.
Yeah, she kind of went off the rails.
I'm a bit
did some
red.
porn.
I'm a bit red. When
Oh,
it comes
that's
to government
right,
assistance.
that lady.
Yeah.
She did porn.
Oh man, that thing was like, yeah, you could put a shoehorn in that sideways, man. Like, she could fit a whole football in there, no problem.
Whole football team, Jesus Christ.
Right?
Fuck, man. The things people will do for some fucking TV attention. I'm gonna have 8 kids at once. I'm gonna go deep into debt for this. I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be in movies.
She did it to be famous, but then she ended up on government assistance.
We have another question for you, Opal. When are you doing porn?
No, I don't want my kid to accidentally ever see me. I don't want to traumatize my kid, so I'm not going to do porn.
Well, but what if it's lucrative?
I don't know. My son killing himself because he saw his mom naked versus money.
Well, you don't know that'll be the reaction he
I
has.
don't know. I keep imagining scarring my child.
Plus, you might want to use like a different name, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like
like instead of opalescence, make it like essence opal.
Exactly.
It's kind of like what. It's kind of how like Liz did her stuff, you know. Liz
Yeah.
Luna Reptile.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But also, don't be horribly anorexic while doing it. And on meth.
I can't even start a cooking stream. I can't start a cooking stream. My mic is shit. Every time I try to videotape myself cooking, I drop the camera in the pot.
What?
I dropped the camera.
You're very bad
in
at everything.
Pot.
Oh my goodness, Opal.
There's
My
no
goodness.
possible way you're this bad at literally everything.
I am very
There's no way.
incompetent. Okay.
You know, so I would like to talk about another part of evolution here, and that's the
evolution of Opal from.
Opal is a moral argument for white genocide. I'm Latino, but okay.
Oh God.
Oh God.
So
are we gonna get quality guests on tonight, or are we just gonna have me and Opal?
If Opal does porn, she can
Quality
finally be
guest.
a nurse. No, thank you. Being a nurse is too hard. I don't even want to pretend to be a nurse. There's so many. It will just remind me of all the old bodies I washed.
Hey,
Thanks for that, Opal. Thank you.
Politipod, maybe you can help me out with this one. So, how exactly is Richard Spencer right wing?
He's not. He's a fucking communist. He's not a communist, but he's a socialist for sure.
Yeah, he's a socialist.
Yeah, he is. He straight up
That's
is.
what kills me about, like, no one can really define the alt-right for me very well. There's like a handful of people that can, but they all differ. So, like, whenever you're talking about the alt-right, like, you go by the figurehead, usually. And the figurehead for them is Richard Spencer, and he's a socialist.
But then
So
you
therefore, by
also
proxy, I automatically assume everyone who's an alt-righter is a socialist.
but you also have like other figureheads in that movement, like Millennial Woes and Braving Rune, right?
Both
Is
of them are
Millennial
socialists.
Woes a socialist?
Yes.
Holy shit! So the alt right is a socialist right wing movement.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you could say that, I guess. I consider them more left-wing.
Yeah, what makes them right wing? That's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't understand why, like, wanting to have like an ethno state makes you a right winger. That doesn't make any sense to me. Because what it means to me is that you're an authoritarian, right? So, whenever I think authoritarian, turn the like you know how like the political compass is right now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Turn that like that little like top left hand corner and the top and like the top right. Put
Uh-huh.
them on the left, and then have like the bottom left and the bottom right over to the right, but have like the bottom right's more to the right than like what the actual authoritarian right is sometimes. So I think there's like sections of it that are not in the right area, at least to me, because like I'm not really sure what policies Richard Spencer, because they don't really focus on economics that much, but like who are the people that they derive their ideology from? And you have to look back to obviously the Nazis, because they were advocating for ethnic nationalism and all that. You also look at the
Oh, sorry.
Excuse me.
1 sec. There is a super chat, and we'll let you get right back to that.
Yeah, go
American
ahead.
Phoenix for $5. Bearing is in chat. You say hello to him. Damn it. Hi, Bearing.
Hi, Mr. Bear.
Bearing.
Why, hello,
Why
Bearing.
don't you call me anymore, Bearing? What the fuck?
The chat
kill
wants us
myself
to
now.
acknowledge that there's a bear in the chat. Hi, Mr. Bear.
We see him. So sorry to cut you off there, Pod. What were
you're
you
good,
saying?
dude. No, you're fine. No,
Because
so,
I'm actually
like,
interested in what you're saying here.
Yes, so like when you look at the alt-right, you look at the figureheads, and then you look at who they derive their ideology from. So, like I said, like the National Socialist Party, because there are a few National Socialists in there, right?
Mhm.
So, National Socialist Party obviously has a socialist tendencies because it has the name in there. You also got to look at people like I hate comparing these guys to like the KKK because I feel it's a little bit disingenuous, but like the things that they advocate for, especially on the like ethnic nationalist side, is more in line with like what the KKK thinks and what skinheads, people like that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So, all these movements they're pro government, they are anti-liberty for people, and a lot of the times from people I've talked to. I mean, I'm not saying that all alt-righters, or if you choose to identify yourself as alt-right or whatever the fuck, I'm not saying all alt-righters are left-wingers. I'm saying most of the time they are, from people I've talked to. That's just my experience. A lot of them are, for governmental control of damn near everything, and they, like the way they obtain their, one skin color nation or whatever the heck you want to call it, is basically through government taking power, governments seizing control of everybody, they're seizing control of businesses, stuff like that, and then they are kicking people out to other areas to live their life out there.
Yeah, and, like it's very interesting that you see guys like Mike Enoch on a Morski stream today speaking about how the use of force might be necessary in achieving the ethno state. So it's like, look, if you're gonna try, that's just basically saying we are going to use the state to remove people we don't like. So like the alt-right being a socialist movement makes it's a good argument. It's a very good argument.
Well, it's always been, and that's what my thing was with it from the beginning. I do acknowledge that there are some things that are things that are actually happening. You have to acknowledge facts whenever you see them. So the whole race realism argument, it's an interesting argument. I'm not 100% for race realism or against it, but there are very interesting things that come up whenever you do look at IQ differences in between nations. But I will say this, whenever you're looking at IQ differences, you also have to take into account malnutrition, trade routes around them, what the geography is around them. You got to look at, how long was it since their society's been discovered or has been formed, things like that. Because a lot of the times with like some of the sub-Saharan African nations, they weren't discovered for many, many years. They didn't really get to trade with anybody until
you could just say guns, germs, and steel.
Until like much later, right? They don't have really any trade routes to speak of, especially some of the ones that are more inland, like Zimbabwe comes to mind, or Uganda, I think, is another one that's more inland. So these guys really, they're trying to get out and trade with the rest of the world, gain more technologies and stuff, and it's been a problem hampering them since their inception as a country, albeit through colonialism or whatever. But the race realism stuff does play a factor in that, I would say. I'm not sure what the percentage is, because I don't know the science on it. I don't ever claim to know the science on it. I'm just making inferences from what I know as a geographer. But aside from that, the what was the other part I was going to say of this?
Ethno-state?
Ethno-state, alt-right, socialism.
Oh, yeah, they're like, the figureheads are like all about government control, and it's very worrying to me because they keep getting called like right, and it's like, well, what determines what the right and the left is? There's key things, but there's also key things that make someone seem more leftist, and I would consider myself, at least, because I'm a libertarian. I consider more people with authoritarian ideas more leftist than anything, because there seems to be like a certain curve there where once you get to a certain amount of authoritarianism, there's really no distinction between the left and the right, because it's all government control. It's all government control. There's really not much of a difference. It's the same thing with like, there's a slight difference between ANCAP and ANCOM. Like ANCOMs want the government to take control and then release the control to the people, and then ANCAPs just want the government to dissipate and then give control to the people. So, tiny bit of difference, but it's all really the same thing, right?
Well, yeah,
but to bare bones, everyone's free basically.
Also, ANCOMs don't have any roads.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have roads either.
Major negative, lack of roads.
The unions force them to make the roads, and then they're free. That's how it works, though.
Clearly, that's freedom. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I did have another question. What do you think of how successful would you think an ethno-state based off Plato's The Republic could possibly be?
An ethno-state based off the Republic?
Yeah, that's direct. I'm referencing that debate between Sargon and Spencer.
I didn't watch the debate. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not.
He said that he referenced Plato's The Republic, and he talked about artillery, I believe.
Artillery.
Yeah, as in like everyone's going to have their set job.
Oh God.
I know. I was like, I don't know if you know this. That is basically a caste system or feudalism.
Yo,
well,
Sinatra.
I've never really hopped into the Republic and read that much on it.
I don't think you guys are qualified to talk about this. You haven't read enough Locke.
I've read Locke, bro.
No one cares.
And I've also read Loki.
You have to read Adolf Worsky's book. I heard that one's pretty good.
You have to have a higher IQ to read Adolf Worsky's book, okay?
Look, Adam Adolf Worsky's book is really just a diary written in chicken scratch. Let's be honest. My IQ is at least above 178.
Don't you talk about him fucking visionary.
Your head is so shiny.
Why, thank you.
Jesus Christ.
I want to touch it.
Shut up, Opal.
For the love of God, Opal.
Why is Sinatra here?
That's a question I ask myself every time I see him.
Oh snap! We got got people asking to bring on the Barian. There's a super chat.
Hey, bring the bear. Bring him. Bring him.
I would love to hear
American
Barian
Penis
side.
again for $5. Thank you very much. What do Barian and Opal have in common? They're both fun to listen to, but people really came for the tits.
That's true.
You see, the joke there was that he has a girlfriend called Sugar Tits. Did you guys get it?
Hey.
Did you fucking get the joke?
I don't
So-
get it.
So what have
The
you
joke.
guys? What's been your thoughts on the cult of Sargon?
I think it's a ridiculous movement that the quote unquote classical liberals, who are basically just liberals with more free ideas, I guess you would say.
Yeah,
Did you
it's,
guys catch the Kumite this morning?
I didn't. I had to
No,
work.
I didn't get to. I was at the gym, then I had to go to
I heard
work.
it got pretty spicy though.
I don't think it did, but what I took away from it is it's conservatism with a dash of federalist and a sprinkle of libertarianism with extra steps. That's all I
No.
got away from it.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Did the V try to make his notion that individualists in the collectivist movement can still be individualists?
No, I didn't
He
even
tried
try
pull
to
that?
talk about that.
I wanted to kill myself after he brought that up. To what the fuck was this guy's name that he was talking to? What the fuck was his name? Shit.
If it was a Kumite, I do believe I'm still undefeated. Just throwing that one out there. But fuck, what was I about to say? I asked V, because I asked him, like, what's the, like, why? And he's like, well, mate, in Denmark they have, or Norway. In Norway they have the big government that does a lot of social programs. So this is for conservatives who could believe in big government and small government. I'm like,
That's antithetical. That's
I'm like, that. Those two ideas can't really exist with each other. He's like, it does not matter.
But if V is
And
watching,
then,
I just want you to know something. V, I will debate you any day about your silly.
And then
ass.
later on in the stream, Sargon was like, this is an inherently small government idea. I'm like, oh, come on.
You the fucking leaders of the movement don't even know what the fucking basis of the
Yeah,
ideology
that's
is.
my biggest problem with it right now. It's not
We'll
really
fuck them
hammered
up.
down. It's
But
not really
I do
hammered
think
down.
it was fun because after me and V duked it out, me and V both kind of jumped Geek Thulu because his shitty comic book ideas.
Oh God.
Wait, what did he do?
Geek Thulu thinks comic books are too social justicey.
Well, I mean, he has a bit of a point, I guess.
I don't know. I'm not a comic book reader, so I didn't really talk about it.
Oh. What the fuck did you... Never mind.
Well, I was just like, dude, they're making issues with no action. And he's like, well, X99 did this thing in this issue. I'm like, fucking nerd.
You could not
fucking
buy the
nerd.
comics. That's an option.
I could do what?
You could not buy comics.
That is
I don't buy comics. I don't read comics. I like
That's
to get
an
laid.
option.
Hello,
Cthulhu.
Day.
Hi, Day.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
What's up,
Thank
Dane?
you.
Day.
Why, hello, Day.
Hello.
Why aren't you wearing your uniform?
What uniform?
The shirt. The Opal shirt.
Oh, I know.
Bring
I
out the
should
Opal
have.
merch.
I should have.
Yeah.
I have the mug right here though. I drank coffee out of it.
She drinks
Earlier.
coffee out of my face, guys.
I do.
That
That's
sounds
somewhat
interesting.
disturbing. I must say,
That sounds like
it's
something a Viking would do. Like, I'll drink
I'm
out of
into
your
it.
skull.
You
Yeah.
just
Day.
the face of my enemy.
Yes.
Day.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
want to just fuck up Cunt Stream Beta and play Rust and just use this to communicate?
Okay.
No, I want to communicate.
I'll be home in like 2 minutes.
I haven't
This
talked to her in
motherfucker.
forever. She made fun of me
Here.
for losing my hair. And that's about it.
Sinatra, when are we gonna play PUBG again, my guy?
I don't know. I only play with good people.
Oh.
That's funny considering you die every time we play.
Dude, you were like fodder for me. I used you as a body shield for like 2 rounds in a row.
Negative. That's a big negative.
Negative. That just didn't happen.
That didn't happen. That's fake
We'll just
news.
pretend these things didn't happen.
So Sinatra.
Yes. And you know it.
So I caught your stream there dissecting the Jim versus Sargon and fucking Louis LeVay freaking love triangle there. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, it was. I thought it was interesting because I like watching. I guess the way to put it is I like watching people squirm, like when they're uncomfortable as fuck, and Sargon's really bad on the spot. So watching him squirm a little bit was entertaining. But Laveau is such a pretentious cunt.
Louis Laveau?
Yeah.
He got
Yeah,
so
he's
mad
a little bit.
instantly. Like,
Dude, he flew off
That's
the
all he
handle.
does.
I was gonna say, I heard you guys had some beef on Twitter there.
Yeah, I really must have pissed him off because he just resorted to, well, you asked me to talk about it, faggot. And I was like, yeah, I did. So what?
Good God Almighty.
I just thought he called me a faggot in the most serious tone you could probably talk. He used the fucking Oxford comma and everything just to insult me. Like, oh, come on.
How do you say faggot? Seriously though, that's just a ridiculous word.
Dude, when you
Shut up,
call someone a
faggot.
faggot seriously, you're like ripping your
Sorry, boss.
eyelids off like you're such a fag.
Faggot.
Try harder, Opal.
Jesus
Try harder.
Christ.
But he was like, you're a fucking...
Faggot.
Here's the way I read it. You can go read it if I don't satisfactorily describe this. But he was like, you expect me to talk to you, a fucking nobody? And I was like, excuse me, bitch.
Who's that?
Wait a minute.
Jaworski?
That's
No,
like the that's like the worst part
Oh.
about those type of people.
What?
What are you owing?
My diss at Andy Worski. He's like,
Oh.
I'm too big to talk to you. And then
No,
didn't
I'm not
say
talking
that.
about... I'm not
Who
talking
are-
about Andy.
Who are you talking about?
Louis Laveau.
I don't know who that
Louis
is.
Laveau.
Exactly. He's
It's the fucking guy that it's the guy that posts anime porn every fucking day on Twitter.
Every-
And
No,
not
got a rel-
it's every
Asian.
Sunday.
he's got a channel like
I don't want to know why you know that.
what's the size of mine, maybe. I have like 10,000 more subs than him. He's like, I talk to you. I'm not talking to you, a fucking nobody. I'm like, dude, it's like when Hi I Think I'm Real called me a nobody. I'm like, fuck you.
It's internet fame, guys. Everybody relax. Calm
Yeah,
down.
pretty much.
We're all nobodies. Fuck yourselves.
I'm the biggest
Faggot.
nobody.
I am the person sitting in my bedroom with a microphone with the most people who've clicked subscribe. I'm the best. Like, relax, chill.
I'm the best at failing.
You are the best at that. I would give you that award.
Can I get a sticker?
Yes, I will.
You
make
guys,
you-
well, getting back to like the liberalist thing, I don't think anybody is gonna go and like join something that has the word liberal in front of it, especially if you're a conservative. So like you're estranging like probably over half of the community at that point, right?
Well, I
It
guess
doesn't make any sense to name it that.
I-
So silly. It's like
you know-
libertarian. Like no one's gonna join the libertarian movement. They see liberal and they're
You're
like, oh,
absolutely
maybe
correct,
not.
Politipod. But I think that in London or England, that their politics are a little bit different than ours. And yeah, you're completely right about here in America that nobody's going to join that. That's a conservative, and half of the people who are liberal are progressive. So they're going to try and join that, thinking, oh, this is a newer, better version of our movement that we can sort of turn into what we want it to be. But I think he might actually have some success in England.
Yeah, but like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna make a political action committee or something. They're gonna make a new little party.
I think their
Like
goal
UKIP
was to
didn't
get
even
rid of-
fucking.
I think their goal is to try and get rid of like hate speech laws first or something.
Which party
Oh
is
my
this?
god! Like anyone,
The
like
Liberal
any
Party.
5 people give a shit about that in England. Like aside from people who are on YouTube, like who gives a fuck? To be honest.
Well, I think there's probably maybe in England not so much, but in the general EU, there's probably quite a few people, especially
Oh
those
my
in
God, yes.
Germany and,
Do you
and
know the way?
Scotland.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know the way?
Yay.
Are you from
Go the
Uganda?
way to Sweden.
Hey, your boyfriend's in the chat day.
Do you know the
I know.
I
know the way. Do
you know the way?
We will show you the way.
I will show you the way.
How did that start?
Why are you
Oh.
running?
Well, first, a bunch of Ugandans bought VR units.
Yay!
And then they got on the internet and just started, spamming their native tongue at people.
You don't need a VR
Yeah.
unit, boy.
I have no idea how that works. I'm just talking out of my ass here. Let's be honest.
I want that to be the real thing.
It's not a real
It's just,
Ugandan
it's just a whole bunch
We
of
want to
Fedora man know
propagate
the
that.
way.
it's just a whole bunch of Ugandan people who played only Sonic 3 because that's all they had over there. Then
Fedora
they got
man,
VR
do you
now.
know the way?
I do know the way. I know the way to the Queen.
Fedora man. You are not Fedora man. You are Ugandan man.
Who is this?
Sinatra, your Ugandan accent is trash.
It's terrible, yeah.
If you do not know how to speak like a Ugandan, you need to get out of here.
Hola.
You do not know the way.
¿Cómo estás?
Oh, there is the queen. The queen.
That's not what? Opal, that's
Opal is not the
Spanish.
queen. Spit on the fake queen. VR chat. You don't need a VR set to play VR chat.
Yeah, we'll see. I had no idea about
It's a
that.
free download. It takes like 2
Yeah,
minutes.
dude, it's freaking hilarious. I've actually been watching a lot of those compilation videos because there's so many fucking funny things that
Oh
happen.
my god.
All right,
Like, people
Day,
will
you
just, like-
ready?
What is that?
Day, are you ready?
Yeah.
I know you are gonna play.
Add me
fucking
on
Rust
Steam.
You ready for
Okay.
me, Day? You
Disgusting.
ready?
Yeah.
You too.
What
Fucking
server
kill
do you
me.
play on?
I don't have one yet.
I don't have. I've gone to like really dead ones where I built up a pretty nice base and then never went back to it. And then I've been to really populated ones where I just get killed on the beach. Like that's all I do.
Well, I don't like
Killed
I
on
like the
beach.
PvP servers. I don't like PvE.
Yeah.
I like to be able to go fuck people
The
up.
the clicking and the clacking is cringy. That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, but yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, Louis.
I
Louis.
don't
Spit on the fake queen.
Wait,
We're
Opal,
talking
you
about
were
Louis
that
Laveau
was
and his
singing
obsession
Yeah.
with the Asian women.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Louis
Louis-
Laveau.
No, I wasn't singing. Chat. I don't
Louis
sing.
Laveau,
I'm
the
not
fake
gonna lie.
queen.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Louis might actually be a
Retarded.
weeaboo. A weeaboo.
Well, you know what's
That's
funny?
quite
You know what I
possible.
find really funny? Christy.
What's that?
Okay, so I was in the Steve Shives chat AMA the other day.
Oh,
And-
really?
Yeah, and
Or you
Steve
hang out on the
Shives.
regular?
Steve Shives has effectively answered more of my questions than Louis Laveau has.
Whoa.
That's sad.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
fucking
Oh, I
pathetic.
launched
I don't
PUBG,
respond
not Rust.
Should
Yeah.
I just do the reddit.com
That is,
/r play Rust?
No, I sent you a friend request. Just add me.
Oh, I already
You guys are
did.
disgusting. You know
Did you?
that? I swear to
Alright,
God.
I'm
We're
watching the rest
Schmeckling,
of it.
you know.
I don't know.
Needs to
Where,
dick
he's
smack these
still
two.
on. Has
I've
anybody heard from
gotten
Snuckle?
more answers about Steve Shives' ideology from Steve Shives than I had from Louis Laveau about his. Just let that sink in.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's Jesus
Well,
Christ,
like I
Steve
said.
Shives.
Oh, Sinatra, I forgot to ask. How was your Christmas?
Shut up.
Damn it.
Something in Opal.
I had a fine Christmas. How was yours?
It was good.
Yeah,
My son got a truck and a trampoline.
Trampoline, huh?
I'm not even going to question it. That's good.
I love trampoline.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh god.
He's
With his-
also
with his
attempting.
little- with his little accordion legs on the trampoline.
That's what I was going to say. I
Are
thought
you
his legs didn't
fucking
work right. What's he doing?
Well,
It's
if you hold his hands, they gotta be.
it has a bar. It has a bar for him.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, to help him exercise.
I know Schmeckle's back now.
He's taking steps to
Yeah.
he's taking steps to walk now. Okay.
Straight from walking to a fucking trampoline.
See, now I have to
Jesus.
find a good server with the low ping and high players.
Why'd they pick the dildo picture?
I haven't
such a
played
weirdo.
Rust in a long time.
Because no one fucking plays it.
40
Oh my god, Roy
Trash.
didn't
times
get,
5.
Dang, why didn't Roy get a Christmas present?
It's an
No, I'm
unhackable game.
apologizing in the chat.
No, you can hack Rust for sure.
No, it's completely unhackable. They told me so.
Oh, okay. Does your uncle work for Steam?
No. The
Steam.
loading screens used to say that the game was unhackable, and then everyone hacked the shit out of it.
I used to love because I was in a CSS community, and there'd be a David or a Squeaker who would come through and be like, "If you ban me, I'm going to tell my uncle who works for Counter-Strike."
Hold on,
Hey,
dude.
bye, dude. Free killing piece of shit.
I keep saying I can't connect because the server's full.
Oh, okay. I'm not
Oh,
loaded in
no.
yet, so when I load in, I'll.
Brian, you
invite
look,
Hey,
like
don't
you look like an
Wait.
egg.
Why didn't Roy get
Well,
a
thank you.
Christmas present?
You're welcome. You're a beautiful
Yay.
egg, though.
At
I'm a
least I don't
terrible
have a dick
girlfriend.
for a hand.
Oh,
Brian reminds me of this dude I used to work with. He looks just like him.
was he also an egg with a beard?
Oh man,
Yeah,
I see
he
the
was.
egg. I see the egginess.
All right, I'm inviting you, guy.
I see the
Okay.
egginess.
Listen, if Elephant in the Room or Jack Dunham is listening, I need you to put Brian's face on an egg for me.
Do it.
What kind of egg? Like a Cadbury egg?
No, not a Cadbury egg.
A white
That's
egg.
egg and
It's
blackface.
like a chicken egg. Chicken egg.
A
You can do a
white egg.
Cadbury egg too. You have to put them in blackface though.
Oh, I can tell they went out of their way to optimize the shit out of it.
Cream filled.
Wait,
Oh God,
I
Jesus
don't think-
Christ!
I think your girlfriend should be the one that's cream filled.
Well, no, I have to inject it into her. You know?
Like a fine baste.
Exactly.
Like a fine turkey, I must baste her.
Let me know when
Oh,
you
I
load
should
in.
make a
Dave.
turkey.
Yeah, it's.
No,
I'm
you
just
should not make a turkey.
auto retrying.
I should make a turkey.
Well,
Hey,
I
have you
just
ever
got
seen
in. So.
Hey, Opal, have you
Yeah.
ever seen Christmas?
I'm on auto retries though. Sorry.
Have you ever seen Christmas Vacation?
No,
No.
no.
Well, there's a scene in it, right? After he like burns the turkey, he like cuts into it, and it implodes on itself, it, like explodes, and it just like goes. That's what I imagine your turkey.
Can I throw it in the slow cooker with soda?
No, you cannot do that to a turkey.
How does soda make food better?
Dr. Pepper makes country ham 1,000 times better.
Also, it tenderizes it.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
When I make ribs, I pour soda all over the meat.
What type of soda?
Coca-Cola.
No, stop.
I like the way the acid
Stop.
burns.
Stop. Stop it. Your cringy cooking is gonna make me want to die.
It tastes
Oh.
really good. And then you pour the rest of the soda, like the sauce.
Do not spit on the queen.
Spit on the fake queen.
You mix
Spit on
the
the fig
cornstarch in with the soda
Brother.
and you make the sauce.
Brothers, spit on the fake queen.
Oh, oh.
But let's all make sure Opal is cream filled. No chat. No, bad chat. Bad chat. Bad chat.
I subbed to your
Run up
picture.
on this dude.
You hooked me
Oh,
up with
fuck, you
Dane.
killed me.
Need a
Bad
special
chat.
dildo for that.
Dude, guys, if you guys go
Racist.
subscribe to my Patreon, I will hook you up with Liz nudes. I know you guys want those.
Oh
I've
dang!
already got them. I hate them.
Wait,
And if you don't want Liz nudes, I'm still gonna send you Liz nudes. You better fucking subscribe to my fucking Patreon. Or
Are
I'm
you-
gonna fucking kill you
Wait,
all.
Are you loaded in, Dave?
Do I get a new
Wait, can you
toy?
send
No.
me that nudes?
Do I get a
What's
new
it
toy?
say?
Says you will join the server as soon as a player slot is free.
You're in my server?
Cream filled Opal.
It's
No.
I don't know.
I just go to get a drink of water and I
It's
come
the
back
one
and
that
hear
says-
cream-filled opal.
I
Really?
just sent you an invite.
Yeah.
I really want to go shopping on Bad Dragon.
I need you
Do
to
it.
stop talking about sex devices.
Make that a live stream. Make it happen.
Go shopping at Bad Dragon?
I'm genuinely curious if Opal's a TARDIS.
She can't even fit it in there.
I'm a
The way
what?
she talks, it sounds like she's bigger on the inside than she is
Hit
on
you with
the
that
outside.
link, guy. I'll hit you with that Patreon link. Don't you
I'm
worry.
sure it's expandable.
I got you, fam.
I mean, it's supposed to stretch a little. I don't know.
But how much?
A little is not a 20-inch across dildo.
What the fuck? No woman is 20 inches.
You've never seen Hot Kinky Joe, have you?
I mean, we were just talking about the Octomom. So I don't know.
You ever
Right?
been fisted, big guy?
You've never
I-
seen
I-
Black
You want
Mamba,
to
have
get?
you?
You want to?
I don't watch porn where the woman looks like she's dead and like a turkey.
Oh,
What's
fuck off.
that one?
I like.
What's what?
Hey,
What's the
Brian.
dead
What's
turkey
going
porn?
on? Pull it a pod.
Can you post that into the side chat for Christopher Tavares?
Just post him my Patreon link. It's better.
No, it's not. It's worse.
Sure.
I hate the server you chose.
Oh, that's right. I need to.
You hate it? Why?
Share this
Because
video.
I'm not on it.
Why? Why aren't you on it?
I'll screen share.
No one likes you.
No, chat. I do not want to look like a turkey.
Why not?
Mom, Dibba.
Cause I pride
You better smash that
myself on
fucking like
being-
button, boys.
No, there's two
Alright,
eggs.
I'm watching.
Smash that fucking like button, okay?
Smash
I
it,
want you to
guys.
smash that fucking like button, okay? Otherwise, I'm gonna
There's
go.
more than
I'm gonna
enough.
go out here to the woods and I'm gonna film someone hanging on a tree
How do I end this?
in Japan, specifically in Japan.
Opal, what was
Why?
that?
Why'd you stop
Opal,
screenshotting?
stop watching Liz porn.
That was an opalgasm.
No, I
Because I
am.
didn't want to anymore.
I am.
You don't want people to see you looking up Louis Theroux? The fuck?
Yeah.
I was watching Louis Theroux documentaries before this.
This is the
Oh.
server right here.
I have a weird.
If you go
response
under
to
modded
suicide.
servers, it's like the third one down.
Okay.
Smash it.
1 out of 9, Rusty, Uber, 5 times, TP, Insta, Loot.
Okay.
There's 49 out of 500
you should
people,
get the
250
alien
people,
sex
so you should
toy.
be able to join.
It lays a what? You can have a toy that actually.
It's under the modded servers.
Yeah.
It's not a myth. It can actually lay eggs inside you.
Oh, I'm sure they have one like
Not the
that.
third one.
Why?
Opal
Why?
Thrax in the
Why?
chat says stop looking at his dick, his dragon dick.
He's dragon dick.
He didn't
Oh,
consent.
shit. Beautiful man titties on.
Yeah, I
Must say.
swear.
He's got nice man titties, dude. Hell yeah,
But
bro.
these people's doors are just open. I'm walking in.
I kind of don't like how bad dragons have
What's up, guys?
thing now.
Well, who just joined?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Oh, these motherfuckers. Look, do you
Who is
do you
it?
hear this? You hear
I
this
hear it.
motherfucker?
Yeah.
Schmeichel. Schmeichel, you hear this man disrespecting the fucking country? Over here playing fucking Rust with Day is Dead.
Right?
Yeah.
I
Disgusting.
Okay,
refuse to
I'm
like
finally
anything until
connecting.
Paige
The
told
worst
me
kind of
to.
criminal.
You mean illegal aliens?
Worst kind of
Opal,
criminal.
they're not real
Worst
eggs. They're
kinda
rubbery
criminal.
eggs. I know
So
that
what are you
they're
gonna do
fake
next? You gonna
eggs.
talk
I'm just
during
saying,
movies?
How does that work?
You monster.
You should talk during fucking movies, guys. Is that what you're gonna do to us?
Man, I saw the new Star Wars and like I went with a buddy of mine and his friend. That dude would not shut the fuck up.
But bro, do you want to milk my dick nipples?
Wait, I have a question. Why on that
Jesus
dragon? Why is
Christ.
extra small 5 inches?
What?
What
Bad-
is extra?
I don't.
extra small is 5 inches on Bad Dragon?
Do I want to know what the fuck she's talking about? Probably
Oh my
not.
god.
Yeah, it seems about right. 5 inches is sort of small.
What? No, that's not small. That's fine. That's perfect.
What?
That's
No.
fine.
Like I said, guys, for everybody who donates to my Patreon, you get a picture of Lizard Reptile naked.
Listen, bitch. The
You
the
just
fucking
never,
country already
ever
is
want to get a donation again, do you, Pod?
What would you say?
So if you want to not disrespect the country, you got to kick Politipod.
Better not send me those dudes.
Oh, we got an angry Pepe.
I'll pay you $5 to not kick me.
Opal, check Twitter. Oh no, what am I getting?
Dude, you should take the $5 and kick him anyway. Have you joined in yet?
Yeah.
I don't like Sinatra. Everybody,
It's not
everybody, put one in the chat if you think Sinatra's disrespecting the country.
Why isn't it letting me wake up?
I mean, he's disrespecting you. I need fake Opal nudes. There's fake Opal nudes around.
I mean, I don't see any ones yet, but we got to kick Politipod.
Oh,
Or
fuck.
sorry, kick
Fucking
Pod.
Malachite. Goddamn.
He's a
Fucking Malachite. Am I only
Wait,
person who
A1s?
watches? Oh, there's one. No, we got two ones.
There's a
We got
one.
69. I got another one. Oh shit.
oh, I should.
Oh
probably
shit. Look at all these ones. Oh fuck.
Look at Schmeckle.
Reports.
You're
I
taking
read
damage. What'd you
going
do?
to town on them ones.
1 1 1 1
Oh,
1
yeah.
1 2 1 1 1 1 1 2.
42. 2. 1.
All right. Day, I'm gonna send you a teleport request, and you
I'm
just have to
asleep
type in.
on the beach and it won't let me wake up.
Click
I
love.
think
Kick
it's
everyone.
called death.
Sinatra, how do you do that old man voice so well?
What old man? That's just my voice.
That's just him being an old man because he's an old man.
How does
I'll tell you what, Sonny, back in my day, we used to play Nintendo
How
64.
old are you?
Yeah, little bastards.
I'm
What are
24.
Tell you what, we used to play Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I'm only 24.
Oh,
I remember
yay.
when we played Earthbound back on the SNES.
We're only 3 years apart.
Honestly, being old is gonna be so fucked up.
Oh my
Back in
God.
my day, we used buttons on our tools.
Sinatra's like the closest to my age.
Back in my day, we played
Yes.
Galaga at the Pizza Hut.
Galaga.
Jesus.
Is this like Thundercats?
I need somebody to draw me an old Sinatra, please.
Oh, please
The
do it.
oldest possible Sinatra. He's gonna have like really curly hair, like
Father-
old white gray curly hair.
Father Time Sinatra.
Father Time Sinatra.
He's got one of those walkers with him, waving it at liberals.
Oh goddamn!
Goddamn riptards! Oh,
What's Galaga? Is it like Thundercats?
Oh my god.
No,
Opal, stop.
it's a game. Thundercats was a TV show, animated TV show.
Oh, so it was media.
Yeah, totally different type of media though.
Get out of the building, Day.
Sinatra's master.
I'm asleep on the beach and it won't let me wake up. I keep pressing keys.
I still can't believe
rejoin.
Sinatra's like a 3-year age difference.
Sinatra is Master Roshi confirmed.
He's like
I
close,
am.
so close to my age.
Anti-Viagra. Jesus, it's so true.
Liz nudes are like this. Oh, fuck.
Oh, yo,
Hey,
he
man.
likes them. He likes them a lot.
Hey,
It's frozen.
can I come in your house?
Come here.
Oh,
He's
Jesus
playing a fucking
Christ,
video game
Sinatra.
here, dude. Are you fucking shitting me?
Oh wait, no, Politipod's younger than me, right?
I don't know. How old are you?
21.
No.
Oh,
I don't remember
Jesus.
who was younger than me.
Nobody.
Oh, it
You're the
was-
baby here.
Nobody.
No, I'm not the
you're a
baby.
big old baby. I'm like a year older than her. I'm calling her baby. I'm just
I'm
gonna...
not a baby. I'm a
Darnell,
big,
I'm gonna
damn
send
it.
you the nudes just because you... Look what Darnell Henriquez sent me.
I'm a big girl, damn it. I pay the bills.
You don't pay no goddamn bills. You don't know. Shut your mouth.
Pay the bills.
Do you know the way?
Oh God, let me see this.
You know the way to the welfare office.
Do you know the
This
way?
is not Twitch. Why are people playing video games
The
while they're
way
on
of
the
the
country?
devil.
Can you hear the audio?
I want to be a
What?
princess.
No, I can't hear the audio.
Okay, good.
Spit on the fake queen.
I'm not a baby.
Brother,
all the cats call me
spit on the
baby.
fake queen.
The way of the devil.
That sounds like something else. That doesn't sound like clicking. That sounds like macaroni.
How?
Macaroni.
You guys ever notice when you're
mac and cheese?
you guys ever notice when you're hitting a pussy really good? At a certain point, it starts to sound like you're stirring mac and cheese.
Well, no, because usually it starts to go.
What?
You
Oh,
know?
I don't know what kind of broken pussy you're fucking.
Is your girlfriend okay?
Okay, shut
Well,
up.
we get a little kinky. What?
Is she okay? Opal, you steal from church to pay your bills. Spit on the fake. I don't steal from
Get
church
fucked.
regularly.
Street Fighter. He knows the way.
I found some food.
Street Fighter knows the ways.
All right, I'm about to a TPA request you.
I don't know what that means.
Well, when I get the, I'll see now. It's doing it.
He's got
Pasta
a
clicky
lumpy.
is the way.
Oh no! Opal is always wearing a Japanese schoolgirl outfit. I should actually own a Japanese schoolgirl outfit.
Oh god, you gave her an idea. God
Oh,
damn it.
Jesus.
I should
Christ.
own. I could.
Why would you do this?
I don't know what
Why
I
would
could
you
do.
this to us?
I don't know what I could do with a schoolgirl outfit, but I
You do
should
lots
get
of
one.
things with this.
You should live stream yourself burning food in the Japanese schoolgirl outfit.
Do you know how
Just
much
post it
money
to
you'd
Twitter.
make from super chats and that?
Right?
Just attempting to make sushi.
I'm not
In
gonna
the
lie, guys. He just
schoolgirl
gave me a
outfit.
brilliant
Toyota!
idea. I'm gonna go buy a schoolgirl outfit and cook and burn things in my
We
house.
could go together, Politipod.
Oh god,
Toyota,
Jesus.
Yes, do it
Toyota,
together,
Starbucks,
Politipod.
Jesus.
Starbucks, dude.
I don't think I live near enough to you to do that.
McDonald's, do.
Please don't, Opal. Just don't, please.
Good
Nintendo.
heaven.
It is too late over here for fake weeb talk.
I can't.
I can't do this right now.
Go for the pedo crowd,
I wanna
Opal.
die
No, I can't.
I mean, there's a large community on YouTube. That's for
Opal,
sure.
you see
Let's
how
let's get
much I
a
donate.
one in chat if you want to see Opal and Politipod burn food in schoolgirl outfits on a show.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
there's
do
gonna be a
it.
lot of ones. Here it goes.
Ooh, and then Dave
You're
can be our
fucked.
teacher.
I got 2 for Big Fat Brian.
I'll
Oh,
listen
Jesus
today.
Christ.
I'll listen today.
Dolphin Radio's got 1,000. Jesus Christ. There he
Oh,
goes.
that chat's going. Look at you. There it goes.
Christ almighty.
Probably the fastest the Kumite chat's ever moved right there.
This is the Kumite, you cuck.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Disrespected it. He just
My bad,
disrespected
my
it.
bad.
We should make an all-American meal in Japanese schoolgirl outfits.
One.
Jesus Christ. One.
It's one city up in this bitch.
Oh my god.
We could make the most American meal ever in Japanese schoolgirl outfits with
That's
the
very kawaii.
with the Latino and the white guy.
That's the white guy.
Your game crashed,
You
Sinatra.
disrespect the Kumite. You disrespect the country.
The
I spit on you.
Mexicano and the white guy.
Brothers, spit
We're
on the
gonna
disrespect
cook
us.
cheeseburgers.
Okay, I'm gonna stop playing Rust now. Sinatra, I'm not waiting for your shit to restart. We'll play some other time.
It's
We have to get a schoolgirl outfit in your size.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty large. I don't even think they make them that large.
You know, I might have one just sitting around. If
How
you want
do
me
you-
to send it to you.
How do you feel about shaving your chest?
What?
Sure. I mean, I don't feel any type of way about it, to be honest.
The chat is just clicking away there.
Oh, Sinatra left the stream.
Click, click, click.
You just realized that?
Yeah, we were playing Rust or trying to. I'm like talking to him like he's here.
Talk about liberalist faggotry. We already talked about liberalist
Oh my god!
faggotry.
And then Roy.
I will debate
Roy,
any person who wants to come on here and tell me that the liberalist movement is a good
Were you
movement.
actually gonna play Rust while being on the stream?
Yeah, I was
What?
playing it.
Or we get Opal tentacle porn? Oh, that'd be
Well,
interesting.
one thing I wanted to, Pod, you never gave me an answer on that Plato's Republic ethno state.
Oh God! Can we just go back to the
I
schoolgirl
get that.
outfits? That's more
I've
fun.
never read like the Republic all the way through, to be honest. So you're gonna have to give me like some type of idea on like what's the like basic message of it, because like I've heard of the Republic, but I've never got to like around to reading it.
Yes,
Liberal
essentially, the Plato's the Republic is a set society with a caste system. So you have people that work in, basic service style jobs, and then you've got your military/police force, and then you have your ruling class.
So they want it to be like the caste system in India.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
That's
what I
imbecilic.
got from
That's
it.
so silly. That's such a silly idea.
Who's
Is that
breathing
really
all
what they think?
crinkly?
He literally said Plato's the Republic, so I can only assume that's what he meant.
I mean, yeah, 1 second.
For American Phoenix, Opal, cease your bitchery and show your tits.
No tits for you.
Or at least your face. Get on cam.
No.
Yeah, get on cam, woman.
Girl.
No,
Jesus
I
Christ.
Opal is too cute to fuck.
No.
If you do not have AIDS in Ebola, you do not know the way.
Oh God,
But I know the way.
that's a little racist.
Nah,
So,
it's
you've
fine.
been rating fucking BuzzFeed again? Jesus Christ, what did I tell you about that?
Roy should wear a schoolgirl's outfit and cook
It
with
weeds out the
me.
fart huffers.
He can show me English.
It's literally
cooking.
ran by fart huffers there.
He can show me how to make tea.
Who?
What,
Is that
BuzzFeed?
actually Mike? Hold up, is that Mike? Oh no, that would be Music Man Mike, not Mountain Man Mike.
Oh my God, Roy can show me
BuzzFeed's
how
the
to
one
make
good
tea.
looking person in this community. I mean, probably not. We're all ugly.
I am a beautiful man. How dare you?
You're a beautiful egg. I agree.
I
Roy
am.
says he has
No,
I am
like the
perfectly
cast-
smooth.
I mean, I guess the caste system kind of like
It's,
coincides with his idea, though. Like to get back to the question,
My
like I guess it kind of coincides with like what he's thinking about, but like it's such a stupid system because it hasn't been working for India,
Right?
It never did, and it was such a shitty fucking place to live.
You're bound to get rebellion just because of the caste system alone.
And especially because you're like if we're theoretically thinking like start a new nation with a caste system, everybody has to learn the rules again. mean, maybe it could work, but like if you're going from like current day America, trying to form a caste system and then go from there, it's kind of like the same thing with ANCAP, right? So it's like if you're an ANCAP and you're trying to like remove the government, like people today would not be able to live. Like for fuck's sake, look at people up in Oregon after they had to stop pumping their own gas. They lost their fucking minds about it. Because once you have a commodity that's given to you, like I can't even imagine if we ever got rid of welfare, because people would absolutely like go apeshit banana crazy.
Like, Samaj.
I'd be fucked if we got rid of welfare. I'd be absolutely screwed.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm late. But I am cold as fuck.
Hey, I know it's like negative 16 up there, isn't it?
Well, sorry. What's that translate from your Yank numbers?
Negative 16 Fahrenheit.
I have never seen it get below 60 degrees.
That's like negative 58 your temperatures.
Oh, wait, no.
58 my ass.
Negative 16 Fahrenheit Celsius.
Negative 26.
I've seen it get down to 50 degrees.
26.7 degrees Celsius.
Thank you, Siri.
I've never seen it get lower than 50 degrees in my area.
If there was snow there, Opal, it had to be lower than 50 degrees.
It
So,
melted.
Opal.
It lasted like an hour.
Well, it was lower than 50 degrees then.
No, don't tell her that. Ice doesn't form at 32 degrees.
That is
not a
like,
thing.
That's the first time I've ever seen snow, okay? I was freaking the fuck out.
That's
What?
fine. I was calling you out. It wasn't 50 degrees, Opal.
Okay,
I
well,
read prostate
regularly,
cyst, so that's
I
how I'm
don't
going
see
to play
it.
it. What did he say? Oh.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Brian, you're fine. My boyfriend's as bald as you. I like how soft it is.
Well, I'm glad we're talking about the fact that I'm bald now.
Yeah, it's very soft
You're
and
a beautiful
relaxing, and
bald
you can
man.
just
I
pet
know.
it. It's like
You know
the
what?
bald cat I never got. 'Cause
Being
I'm
a
allergic
bald
to cats.
Fair enough. Being a bald ginger is something different because people can still tell you're a ginger. You know, with the whole freckled face and the red beard and everything. And people come up and they weirdly caress your head when you're bald.
Yeah, it's so
And they do.
racist.
Yeah.
I like
That's
the
what I
way it
like.
smells.
But also there's,
Dwayne.
two-thirds of people aren't really into gingers, but there's that 1/3 of people that are like, I gotta get me a ginger. So it's especially awkward when you're like, let's say in a store and a gay dude comes up and rubs the back of your head.
So you're a fetish,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah,
You're a
that's
fetish.
basically it.
It's so soft, and I like how it smells. You just put your face on it.
Oh, Opal. Shut up.
She knows what she's doing.
Wait till the cold rain hits it. When do you convert to Islam?
By
Well,
the way, is anybody in here from like the DC area or close to it?
Not
No.
me.
If you are in the DC area and you would like to go to a meetup, it's going to be sometime in either February or March. Aiden Paladin and I are going to be there. So if anyone
Ooh,
wants
I
to,
talked to her once. She
Oh,
sounds
snap.
nice.
yeah. So I think Hard Bastard's coming too. I'm not sure, but if you guys want details, just let me know.
I like details. Please go on.
I'm talking about later. Opal, it's like 2 months old. I don't know any fucking details yet. God damn it, Opal, why did you do this to me? How the fuck did you do this to me? I swear to God, I'm gonna slap the hell out of your face. I swear to God. Your pink hair's gonna turn fucking red from the slaps on it. Because you know why? Because your fucking head's gonna be bleeding from the slaps. Just the sheer force make your head turn fucking red.
I just imagine he has one finger up and he's talking with it.
I feel like I'm in a fever dream right now. I don't know, Alenska. I'm sorry.
Wow. This
And,
is degenerating.
is in catatonic laugh mode. This is great.
Yep, we've killed the
We
Opal.
broke her. It's done.
Oh, my stomach.
I agree. They are unwashed savages.
So Opal, I did have a question for you. When you lost all that hair, what were you doing prior to losing all of that hair?
I was eating my cooking. Took the
Well,
baby
there's a
to
reason.
his appointments. Took care of the baby. Clean, cooked.
I imagine there's some sort of medical reason for why you're losing the hair, but
Probably. I don't take care of myself.
could be that and you have a demon baby to take care of, which is probably why your parents are sending you religious pamphlets through your door.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
saw your Twitter. I saw your Twitter. Look,
Yeah.
And on that note, guys, we're going to have to wrap it up for the night. Thank you very much for watching the stream. Everyone give yourself a bit of an outro before you go. So we'll start off with Big Fat Brian here.
Well, guys, subscribe to Big Fat Brian. I run a cooking show. And I like to make unhealthy shit. Also, I have a diet vlog. It's very informational.
Alrighty. Next, Day's Dead.
Hi, everybody. See you later. Bye.
Dolphin Radio.
I'm the host, man. Skip me.
All right. Opal, as you know from Twitter.
Hi, I'm Opal. I'm an amateur artist, and I like to make people hurt and also laugh. Goodbye.
Of course, we got Samaj, who made a brief appearance.
The cunt stream is the way. The way.
It is the way.
It is the way. You get Ebola.
You are so late on that.
Do not have Ebola.
You come to kill the
Do not
country.
follow the way.
The country is the way.
Has anybody seen who killed Captain Alex? It's a great Ugandan film.
I saw
It
a
has so much
review of
heart.
it.
And
Why are you running? Why are you running?
last but not least, we have the Politipod.
All right, guys. Here's what you're gonna do. Okay, you're gonna go to YouTube.com. You're gonna look up the Politipod. THE space.
And of course, we have Schmeckle from behind the scenes controlling the show.
Subscribe.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Peace out.
I want to kill myself.